Hey everyone, today's video is about when it's Halloween and you eat lots of candy, then your stomach starts hurting you. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And let's get going. Halloween had always been one of your favorite times of the year, and this year was no different. The streets were alive with the energy of costumed revelers, and you, Bakugou, and Kirishima were no exception. Dressed as a classic witch, you were excited to go trick-or-treating. Armed with baskets and a competitive spirit, the three of you set out into the neighborhood. It was clear that your goal was not just to collect candy, but to see who could amass the most in the shortest amount of time. The first few houses yielded a decent haul, and you couldn't help but gloat a little as you showed off your candy to Bakugou and Kirishima. Bakugou, dressed as a fearsome vampire, scowled. "You can't beat me that easily, Ryan." Kirishima, in his werewolf costume, grinned. "Yeah, this is gonna be a close competition." As the night wore on, your competitive spirit fueled your desire to collect even more candy. You ran from house to house, hardly taking a moment to catch your breath. The candy flowed into your basket, and you felt victorious. But then, you encountered the house that would change everything. It was known as the Candy Castle in your neighborhood. It was legendary for its massive candy giveaway. Eager to claim the title of Candy Champion, you rushed to the front of the line. The home owner, dressed as a mad scientist, cackled as they handed you a giant bag of candy. "Enjoy the spoils, young witch." You couldn't resist the temptation and immediately tore open the bag, grabbing handfuls of candy and devouring them greedily. The sweetness filled your mouth, and for a moment, you felt like you were in candy heaven. Katsuki and Kirishima arrived at your side, their own bags brimming with treats. Bakugou raised an eyebrow. "You're really going all out, huh?" You shrugged, your mouth still full of candy. "I've got to maintain my lead." But as the minutes passed, the sheer amount of candy you had consumed began to catch up with you. Your stomach started to protest, and a sharp pain radiated through your abdomen. Baku noticed your discomfort and immediately became concerned. "Hey, you good?" You nodded weakly, but it was clear you weren't. You felt queasy, your stomach churning in protest. Kirishima frowned, his concern mirroring Bakugou's. "Maybe you should slow down on the candy, lad." You finally admitted defeat and stopped eating, but the damage had been done. Your stomach was in turmoil, and you had to sit down on a nearby curb, clutching your belly. Bakugou and Kirishima exchanged worried glances before Bakugou knelt down beside you. "Hey, don't overdo it. We can take a break." You nodded, grateful for their support. "I think I may have gone a bit overboard." Kirishima grinned, offering you a bottle of water. "It's okay. We share our candy with you, alright? No need to push yourself." You couldn't help but smile through their discomfort. "Thank you, guys." For the rest of the night, Baku and Kirishima took turns checking up on you, making sure you were okay. They even carried you candy for you as you slowly recovered. As you walked home together, your stomach still aching, but your heart warm with gratitude, Baku wrapped their arm around you. "Next Halloween, we'll make sure you just don't eat like that anymore." Kirishima chimed in with a chuckle. "Yeah, it's all about moderation, man. I know you really wanted to win that challenge, but still." "I know. Thank you guys for taking care of me, you too." They both smiled, and as you continued your Halloween adventure, you couldn't help but think about the sweetest trait of all, which was love and support of your two amazing partners. And so, with your belly still aching from too much candy, but your heart full of love, you carried on into the night, knowing that no amount of candy could compare to the sweetness of the bond you shared with Bakugou and Kirishima. As you continued your Halloween adventure with Bakugou and Kirishima, the pain in your stomach gradually subsided, thanks to their care and the break you had taken. You may not have been the candy champion that night, but you were content knowing that you had the best companions by your side. The three of you visited Morehouse, occasionally sharing a piece of candy and laughing together. The night was filled with spooky decorations, excited children, in costumes, and the sense of camaraderie that came with celebrating Halloween. At one point, you stumbled upon a haunted house attraction. Despite your lingering stomachache, you couldn't resist the temptation to go inside. Bakugo and Kirishima followed suit, eager for the thrill. Inside, you were met with a labyrinth of dark corridors, eerie sounds, and jump scares around every corner. You clung to Bakugo's arm, your heart racing with a mix of fear and excitement. Kirishima, who usually loved a good scare, was surprisingly jumpy that night, and the three of you couldn't stop laughing at each other's reactions. As you exited the haunted house, your stomach had been temporarily forgotten. The distraction of the haunted house had provided much needed relief. Back in the open air, you continued your trick-or-treating adventure, but this time, you were more mindful of your candy consumption. You savored the occasional piece rather than devouring them all at once. Baku and Kirishima made it their mission to cheer you up and keep the Halloween spirit alive. They told funny stories, imitated spooky creatures, and even sang cheesy Halloween songs. Their antics had you laughing so hard that you almost forgot about your earlier discomfort. As the night came to a close, you found yourself gathered around the park's bonfire, roasting marshmallows and sharing stories. The warmth of the fire, the sweet taste of marshmallows, and the company of your partners made the evening feel truly magical. Under the starry Halloween sky, Bakugo wrapped his arm around you, pressing a sweet kiss to your forehead. I'm glad you're feeling better, Ryan. Kirishima, sitting beside you, nodded. Yeah, Halloween would have been the same without you. You smiled, your heart full of love for the both of them. I'm lucky to have you two in my life. The three of you stayed by the bonfire, sharing stories and laughter long into the night. Halloween had started with a candy-induced stomachache, but it had turned into a memorable, joy-filled adventure, thanks to the unwavering support and love of Bakura and Kirishima. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you liked this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Goodbye!